Well, hi. Hey, howdy. Welcome on in. It's me, Tilfin, the chimeric freaking biological test tube accident. We're going to be continuing with more Talos Principle 2. I would say that with a lot more energy, with a lot more volume to me. However, it is about 1 o'clock in the morning for me, and I can't sleep. Granted, this is around the time whenever I'm normally awake, but... Oh yeah! Oh no, I haven't done the lost puzzles here and there. Oh, I said that I would do that in a different recording. I got distracted.
I don't share Byron's enthusiasm for the megastructure.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the founder really intended for us to be here, and I certainly don't trust this Prometheus entity. But Byron is one of us, and we don't leave people behind. So we're finding Prometheus and freeing him, whether Pandora likes it or not. Here's
Saving Private Byron.
Go. 1K. It's clear to me that you have some kind of special affinity for this place.
Uh-huh.
And that the entities respond to you more strongly than they do to us. So, once you're inside...
They can't smell the suburban New Jerusalem on me.
Do whatever you need to free Prometheus, but remember that our prime objective is to save our friend. Melville, I want you to stay at the VTOL and let Yakut and 1K go in. I'm going to stay behind as protocol requires. I don't love the idea of sitting this one out. Byron is my oldest friend, but we're doing this by the book.
At what point did it become a goal to free Prometheus? Was that just the implied goal since the beginning and it's been 3 months? And I've just simply forgotten? That looks cool. That looks nice. I don't know. Being able to see all the different beams coming out of the different tiers of the kingdom style. Oh, look at that mountain. You can go over there and climb it. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, I'm taking us in.
Please do, sir.
Let's hope we can find the big guy.
I also did some stuff with my audio, so I'm hoping that it that it works. Well, hoping that it doesn't suck. If it does, then it'll suck for an hour, and I'm so sorry. But I should have been able to make pretty much everything more audible. Something about the visual design of this place. Big fan. And I'm going to be an even bigger fan of it whenever I get into the interior of this. And there's more of this corrugated, irregular square stuff with water and trees mixed with it. Still, once again, I forgot to look at Wallpaper Engine. I'm still loading in textures. Don't worry. The textures are popping in. They're coming. The extra little fungi on the ground, not forgotten. Simply just a little bit slow. They go at their own pace. They can do that. I'll be all right. Ooh, reading? I saw a bunch of like the 5358s ignoreds. From Eustachius to Athena. Dearest Athena, I don't know if you will see this. You have become even more distant from the affairs of New Jerusalem than I have. I'm speaking to you and Cornelius, and I fear that some of your estrangement is my own fault. Is Eustachius the librarian? The guy that ran the museum stuff and he disappeared, but was supposed to have knowledge of Athena after she left New Jerusalem? Or was that Cornelius? I'm pretty sure it was Eustachius. I know that things are not as you had wished them to be, and the city is drifting away from that bold vision you had established. This is not because of your leadership or lack thereof. You did not fail. I did. It's not you, it's me. Alright. I know I've said it before, but the New Alexandria disaster was my fault. I'm the one who took the initiative, and I'm the one who made the mistake. Yes, there should have been procedures in place, but it is my role to create such procedures, Athena, not yours. I wish I had listened to you. I wish I had listened to Byron when he said we had to establish another settlement immediately. Learn from the pain, don't let it fester. He was right. That's where the rot set in, and I'm sorry. With love, Eustachius. Yeah, because your first attempt is never going to be, you know, good. It's like you pick up a pencil and paper and you decide to draw something as a child, and it's like, no. You're probably going to look like sticks. Not something like from Red Juice or anything from Studio Trigger. Nah. Or like me. You ain't gonna look like me either. Hi. Hello. Hey, howdy. CPAZ has done a lot of my work, or not a lot of my work. She has done all of my artwork. She has made me. And she is great. She has a Twitter. Follow her. From the author's note to Athena Reborn, a novel. My work has meant something to you. If Athena had any kind of... I hope you can't hear me scratching my beard. I know. Don't yawn. Clockwork. What? Okay. There is a song that just came to my head, and I now have to think about. I now have to search for it. Let's see. Was it like Alice Bunny? No. What if I search it by Rabbit Junk? That's what I was looking for. Rabbit Junk. What doesn't kill you will make you a killer. There we go. Every time, I have very specific weird things that pop into my head at the mention of certain things. From Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. All a towering materialism which dominates the modern mind rests ultimately upon one assumption, a false assumption. It is supposed that if a thing goes on repeating itself, it is probably dead, a piece of clockwork. People feel that if the universe was personal, it would vary. If the sun were alive, it would dance. This is a fallacy, even in relation to known fact, for the variation in human affairs is generally brought into them not by life, but by death, by the dying down or breaking off of their strength or desire. A man varies his movements because of some slight element of failure or fatigue. Perhaps God is strong enough to exult in monotony. It is possible that God says every morning, "Do it again," to the sun, and every evening, "Do it again," to the moon. It may not be automatic necessity that makes all daisies alike. It may be that God makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. It may be that he has the eternal appetite of infancy, for we have sinned and grown old, and our Father is younger than we. Miranda, she dead. Yeah, we found out last time that she was dead. Probably due to the speak to your subconscious machine. And if you remember, we just got through reading this from Eustachius. It's about you know your first time is never correct, and Byron was so right. Learn from your mistakes. And New Jerusalem is too afraid to make new mistakes with which to learn from. There's a comic book. Let's see, actually, hang on. Are we dysfunctional yet? Book by Randy Glassbergen. When was this? 1990. Holy shit. I remember having to swipe that off my grandmother's bookcase because she thought that I wouldn't understand it and that it was too adult for me. Also, floating fucking cubes. Hell yeah. Ponder the cubes. Something like this would probably be in every single male living space, not gonna lie. Just floating cubes. Those are sick.
Yeah. found another elevator.
Thank you,
My
Yakut.
favorite.
That. I'm pretty sure that is a reference.
Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K.
There is a sort of game design
I know
principle.
I've said this before, but look
God
at the
damn it.
size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
That's our whole history, isn't it? The whole history of humankind. And it's not just machines. It's science, it's literature. Knowledge builds on knowledge.
How many Tesla coils we got? Actually, what is the function of a Tesla coil? Function of a Tesla coil. Used to produce high voltage, low current, high frequency alternating current electricity. To produce fantastic high voltage, long sparking displays. I suppose it's also meant to show the principle of tightly wound copper wires used to enhance current or amplification of some kind. I remember having to do that at some point and learning about that. You like wrap a bunch of copper wires together, and the more closely knit they are, the greater the output. Ah. Hello. The music's kicked in.
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
Pull the lever. We're just pulling on his chain that's attached to his neck like he's our little Discord puppy. All right. A little bit fucked up, 1K. Why would you do that? I believe it is a quote from Sir Terry Pratchett that you never have a red button for humanity to push, because humanity will eventually push it, and it's simply how humanity is. And the Sir part of his name is important. Is that first? There we go. I don't know where I got those blocks from. I'm pretty sure that I was supposed to be able to grab the blocks from previous puzzles. No, that's it. This ain't it. This way? All right. Little caves. I have to wonder if this was procedurally generated by the not like, of course this was like all handcrafted by the developers, but in game, whether or not this was something made.
I don't think you can get up here, 1K.
Shut up,
Guess I'll
Jakku.
have to
I'm
do a
yapping.
puzzle after all. It can't be that hard, right? It's not like everyone is depending on me.
But I'm wondering if in game this was something that was just randomly created or not. Not sure. Also, is the puzzles that the other guys do,
But if this has to connect over here, then
like when Byron has done
If I
puzzles
do
in the
this,
megastructure and whatnot,
and
if that's just
that.
like
What?
the dev saying, okay, we can't figure out how to do another puzzle.
I did it.
Can we just
Wow,
have
I
NPCs
feel
off screen do
really
it?
Smart. Also, never doing that again.
You're so doing it again. I think there's no, I was thinking of Subnautica just then. It's like I saw the oh no. Okay, all right. It's going to be a weird one. All right. Yeah, that ain't it either. Hang on. Hold up. You know, I had a coworker talk to me, and she was talking about how great Breaking Bad was and how much she really liked it. And then she casually dropped, you know, you kind of remind me of Walter White. And she's like, oh, gee, thanks. That's not the compliment that you think that it is. Like, I knew what she meant because she was talking about how Walter White was kind of just like a guy who was super duper smart. Because I can't convince my coworker that I'm not actually the smartest person in the room. I have spoken too much about too many random topics for her to think that I'm not the most incredibly intelligent creature. And I don't know how else to break it to her that I'm not. But that I'll remember that. I'll remember coworker thinking that I'm similar to Walter White. It's like, thanks, I guess. I can almost get there with this one. No. Hold on. Can I with this? No. Hold on. There we go. Alright. I was going somewhere. I forgot that I was upside down. Talking about my coworker thought that I was similar to Walter White. Yeah. I understand that you think that it's cool that you enjoy Breaking Bad and that you consider me to be an incredibly intelligent person who is simply not in a place that I probably should be for how intelligent you think that I am. Is that how chains move? Is there a counterweight down there? No, there's not even. It's just, huh? Where's it hanging? Okay, well, back to the thing about elevators. There's this game called Mirror's Edge, and at the time nobody particularly cared for it. They thought that it looked neat, but it was a game that had to exist, and then it had to have other games come after it in order for it to make sense to the stupid idiot gamer brains. Because Mirror's Edge, you do not fight. There are guns, but having a gun usually doesn't particularly matter, because what you're supposed to do is parkour around, and that was simply too much for a lot of people to understand. So whenever it came out, it had not a lot of success, but it is very, very fondly remembered, mostly due to its really good artistic style and its very good musical score, and just how incredibly unique it was. shit. Okay. Oh, never mind. Not this way. This way then. There we go. All right. That one felt super weird. All right. Like sometimes I still think about oh no. Oh no. Do not get multi-dimensional on my ass. Please do not. Okay, this has to be the very last piece then. All right, got it. And then this one has to be the next to last piece. Or yes, okay. Oh no. But Mirror's Edge, great game. I'll stream it at some point. They were making a sequel for it, and the devs, Respawn, asked what players would want out of the second game, and they consistently said no elevators. They did not want elevators. I know that that's the way to go, but I'm just trying to look for something else. Because in Mirror's Edge 1, there were parts of the game where you simply just like weren't playing and you're kind of waiting around in order to play. I'm not sure if the elevators in Mirror's Edge 1 was mostly for like hidden loading screen stuff. However, there's another game called Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I saw like an interview that one of the lead devs was doing where they were trying to, well, they were showing like some of the design documents for Deus Ex, and one of the things that they had was always have the player be engaged. So they had the hacking minigame be a active part of Deus Ex Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, rather than the original Deus Ex, where hacking was, you know, a thing that you set and then mostly forgot. However, if you have to do something like more than 3 times, your minigame's not fucking fun anymore. Please stop. So, like, if you go back and play Bioshock, Bioshock 1, everything is hackable. Chances are you're being in that hacking minigame more than 5 times in a level, and sweet lord, it's not fun after the 3rd zone. I definitely give up on anything that isn't one of the floating turrets and like a vending machine on occasion. It's like I stop caring. But then Deathloop, which is a really good game that I like, I have an issue with it that kind of stems from very similar place where it's just like, please, can players be considered people that can think? Because my issue with Deathloop was that every time that you solved a key component to the story, or you figured out what it was that you needed to do next, then the game would give you a cutscene that says, all right, this is what you need to do. And I just thought, god damn, am I not allowed to think for myself? Granted, there are probably a large number of players in their focus test group that could not like figure out what it was that they needed to do. Focus test groups are notoriously incredibly fucking stupid. Like in Back to the Future, there is a part where it kind of defies the normal established rules of the Back to the Future time stuff, where Biff gives his younger self the gambling logbook so that he can make infinite money. And the moment that he hands off that book to his younger self is supposed to be whenever the old Biff starts disappearing, right? However, in focus groups, well, I don't exactly remember where it is I heard this, but in focus groups they had to do more. They had to change old Biff walking away from the car that young Biff was in and having old Biff disappear because he would no longer exist, because young Biff, I think that's, I'm pretty sure I got his name wrong, but also I'm pretty sure I got his name kind of right. But anyway, they had to change a lot because of focus groups. And I don't know. Okay, this one has to be the last. All right. Oh wait, is that? No. Shit. Okay. Well, Can I stand on that? No. No? No. No. All right. Oh dear. It is, in fact, not the last piece. It is... We're thinking with nonsense here, boys. All right. All right. Oh, Valentine's Day was kind of recent. No, wait. Finish my current tangent, which was something about Deus Ex and having active things in elevators. So I think that was also kind of the reason why a lot of people didn't particularly care for Blight Town in Dark Souls. But also, why am I'm doing one of the major things of this game, and I'm like 80% through it, and I don't feel like I'm shit. I jumped. Way. Let's do that again though. I did it again. Let's go. Well, sorry, not again. I did it this time. I'm successful this time. But I feel like I should be more excited about releasing Prometheus. He's been astral projecting to New Jerusalem. He's been getting the people to wake the hell up. He's been doing stuff here. He's been, well, I'm actually not sure what his relationship to Miranda and Athena are. Or Cornelius? All right, pull the lever. It's time for your Discord Nitro. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought we were decapitating him. He's purple.
I thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery. It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning and the end. I will send you visions of the truth, but But remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
Ah, flashbang. Ow, my eyes. Bro, it is 1 a.m. I have cardboard on my
New
windows.
Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, how did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What changed that?
It
that
took me a
Byron?
long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh,
you
I
have a number
noticed
on
that
you?
something was off, that something had changed since the early
I don't want to
days,
skip.
but I couldn't really put my finger on it, so I ignored it. And then one
I
day I
heavy-fingered
woke up to realize
my
I
mouse.
was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
But if it bothered you, couldn't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their mind, shouldn't they?
Oh,
Oh, I
Lamau.
wished it worked that way, Miranda. I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point, I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the Founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more. But just like I became the Founder, it became the goal. Another part of the myth.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
maybe that could have been all right.
I kind of figured that,
Myths are
actually.
part of who we are, but something else crept in. The old human self-hatred.
Oh,
So
that's
why
human.
didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
Just don't be
No,
depressed,
They
forehead.
would have obeyed me, like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future, Miranda, but we can't force them to accept it.
Yeah. Ah, no, blind. Okay. It wasn't as bad, but I'm pretty sure we're about to get another white screen. Oh,
I have it. After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments. Everything that makes the world what it is, makes us who we are. In a single equation. The key to understanding the machine that is the universe, and to controlling it. A theory of everything.
and
And
its
she
answer,
was right.
42.
The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future, except one with Miranda in it.
No.
I can do anything, except bring her back. Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
Act 4 jump scare. Gates of Horn and Ivory. Hang on. There's a song from
Byron was
Shadowrun.
right. The Founder was always a fiction. She's just a person.
Horn and
A
Ivory.
theory of everything. She solved it. She solved the lost puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this later.
Guys, what happened to Prometheus? I'm pretty sure that Pandora and the Sphinx would have something to say to me about that. Also, Byron. I feel like this mega structure is about to explode in a few seconds in a dramatic fashion.
All this time, we thought we were honoring Athena, but all we did was betray everything she believed in. She must have been so lonely. We might as well have exiled her. Maybe that's what all this is about. The puzzles, the towers, the entities. It's a test. A way for us to prove that we're worthy of her legacy.
Didn't we just get through with not putting her on a pedestal and stop idolizing her? Now what? She put all these tests here to make sure that we can
Finally,
accept
all
her?
makes sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want. I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
I can't go in this elevator.
That's what Athena wanted for us. To give us a chance to be who we want to be.
Yeah. I wonder how long we can keep on with this theme that has been prevalent in Talos Principle 2.
Is everyone okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
Probably all the way to
That's a
the end.
relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development. You'll see when you land.
Oh, the fourth
How are
tower?
things on your end?
Or the
The
fourth
energy
section?
fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
Alright, I'm looking for disasters. I'm looking for things
Energy
awful.
clouds just fly about? That seems
Hermanubis?
terribly
Huh?
dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself. It is
Are you
dreadfully imposing, though,
A
isn't
new
it?
mayor?
Hard to believe the founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Well, this should be interesting.
Knock knock, open up. Are you in here? Mayor? New mayor? Extra mayor? Mayor plus one? Hermanubis? That was not your name.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back. I'm sure you're surprised by my presence here.
I'm more surprised by
Don't
your
worry,
name.
Neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your way, but I've decided that I need to see this place for myself. These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are deeply concerning, of course, but we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
I like how you're automatically assumed to be interrupted. My whole damn life. I actually have a very bad speech impediment because of it.
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created us. But what is she trying to tell us? What are we being tested for?
Man,
I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of temptation. As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
you know, I don't trust the mayor. I don't trust this dude in the slightest. His name was definitely not Anubis, and also Hermes is Greek, whilst Anubis is Egyptian, and it feels like a very weird change of his name to include both the classic Greek. Hang on, trying to think. Talos Principle 1 had a lot of Greek mythology and symbolism in it, right? And it's now... no. It's still all Greek. Huh. Now that I think about it, I thought that it was a different mythology. Hold on a bit. I'm trying to remember. Well, I mean, sorry, the first Talos Principle had a lot of Christian mythology in it. Had a lot of Abrahamic references in it, but started from Elohim and the like. But yeah, fuck off, Hermanubis.
Of course.
Pretentious
it's
ass.
Only natural, given what you've experienced. And perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps everything we believe about the Founder is indeed a lie. But let's not be quite so pessimistic just because of a dream, shall we? After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen
By
You are the
yourself,
fulfillment of the goal.
Byron,
Don't forget that.
and the others who were willing to go out and do stuff. Alright, neat. That actually feels like a pretty decent place to end this episode, because we're now unlocking the last portion quadrant. Yeah, we have northeast, south, and now the west quadrants. Yeah, we can say quadrants rather than 3 times 4, 12. What's 12 in like Latin? I'm gonna look that up. Latin word for 12. Doesn't. Wow. Huh. Duodecimal or dozenth. Is that where baker's dozen comes from? Holy shit, I've learned today. I've learned so much today. Anyways, that's it for today. That's it. That's all for now. I'm getting really close to the end of this game. I just realized I've got perhaps 5 more parts. I'm feeling it. It's entirely possible that I could finish this game in like 5 more hours. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitch. Hello. I love you. Bye bye.